Happy birthday, my July 2nd babies. I'm here today with a little inspiration from The Secret Language of Birthdays. So there's a lot in here, but I'm going to give you just a little bit of the personality profile for people born on July 2nd. So let's get started. July 2nd, the day of the disconnected unconscious. July 2nd people, like all empaths, are strongly emotive and receptive to the feelings of others. Those born on this day generally fall into two main types: those that keep such intense feelings to themselves, and those that flamboyantly express them. The more repressed July 2nd people are, they must learn to loosen up, while the flamboyant July 2nd person may have to temper the abundance of his or her emotional output, or their. This book is from 1994. July, so it's a classic, okay, but some of the language is a little outdated, but their emotional output. July 2nd people are often assailed by personal doubts and lack of self-confidence. Such insecurity may not be apparent to others, especially when those born on this day are well accomplished. Part of the reason for this is that most July 2nd people do not wish to burden others with their problems. Overcoming doubts for them can be a private matter, and they are not quick to seek positive reinforcement from others. July 2nd people lead a very active fantasy life. But of course, much of this activity remains relegated to the unconscious world of dreams or daydreaming. I like that. Never to be considered in an active light. Nonetheless, the key to self-understanding for a July 2nd person is recognizing the effect of unconscious fantasies on the emotional life and self-image. Thus, in a sense, their conscious and unconscious minds have to get to know each other better. Self-examination of this kind requires time and mental energy, which, in the case of July 2nd people, may be largely spent on daily concerns. But if those born on this day make an investment in personal development, it may pay practical dividends in improved health and work performance, or can even lead to major life changes. Indeed, a socially successful July 2nd person is often able to put a well-integrated fantasy life into the direct service of their career. Love patterns of the July 2nd people may play an important role in encouraging such psychological work. Those born on this day have an emotional richness and depth of feeling which is well worth the effort to bring out. However, July 2nd people are so extremely sensitive and do not react well to what they perceive as confrontation, accusation, or blame. Because they are so sensitive, their armor must be dismantled rather than pierced, and this takes a great deal of patience and understanding. Extroverted July 2nd people can be confused when their well-meant but overly emotional expression is misunderstood. A July 2nd introvert may be unable to handle the aggressiveness of others, and in confrontational situations is likely to either explode or more often withdraw. When July 2nd people succeed in balancing their emotional and fantasy life, they exude a stability that elicits more desirable responses from others. So that's the profile. If you want to look a couple people up that were born on this day for a little more inspiration, you can look up Herman Hesse, Hesse, or Thurgood Marshall, and also a little meditation for those born on this day. The shadow in each of us is not to be feared, but to be better known. So cheers, happy birthday to you, my July 2nd babies.